The other day, there was a Facebook memory on my Facebook page about when I applied to community college, and that was 8 years ago. And back then, I never could have imagined where I am now. My name is Lynne, and I'm going to share my independent living journey. So in high school, I was really more focused on academics, and I didn't think so much about independent living skills. College and grad school were a time where I definitely struggled in terms of independent living because I dealt with a lot of mental health challenges, and I didn't have much energy for a lot of the essential independent living tasks like cleaning and household chores. I ended up, after graduate school, in a job in DC, and I live in an apartment in DC now. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, especially moving to a new location. So when I moved from home to DC, it was a little bit scary because I didn't know how I would cope with the big transition, but it ended up being one of the best things for me because I have a lot more independence now. I got the courage to move out because I was excited to have my independence, especially in terms of public transportation. I wouldn't have moved to a place without public transportation because I don't have my license. Buses and the metro system in DC help me get around to where I need to go, and they also help me to explore and have fun. Richmond to DC was a step up for me, so I learned city living skills when I was in Richmond. And then when I got to DC, it just was easier to live in a big city because I had Richmond experience. And also because I had already navigated learning a public transit system broadly was really helpful, because then I got a sense of how to live in a city, how to live in places where there are lots of lights and there's a lot of movement and noise and chaos. I had to learn how to deal with that, and so that made moving up to a bigger city a lot simpler because I already had those coping mechanisms in place. I'm still learning about budgeting, but I'm pretty good at saving money. I learned that lesson from my parents growing up. I also have my bills on auto pay, so I don't have to think about them too much. But I do go and check that they went through okay and got paid. Living on my own has taught me that it's important not to buy too much food and to pay attention to how much it costs for budgeting. Getting connected socially has been really difficult. I've been looking at places like churches or my communities around me, but building social relationships takes time. But I find small ways to connect with people. My advice to someone looking for connection within their own community would be to think about something you're passionate about and find someone else with that same passion. It's really important for people with disabilities to have freedom to make choices and take risks, the dignity of risk. So dignity of risk is really pushing back on the instinct to overprotect people with disabilities. For example, dignity of risk might mean giving people with disabilities the opportunity to live independently and maybe fail a few times, but try again and learn and grow from mistakes. What I like most about living on my own is having my own space and making all of my own choices about what I want in my life.